What's up? So this is your girl Jodessy, and this is another one of my growing up Haitian story time. So if you know, so far, like I've had one other one, but if you know, when you're Haitian and you grow up Haitian, there are certain things that happen that you know only happen because you were Haitian. Like, only happen because you're Haitian. Now, this one is going to be about a pack of batteries, and I know that sounds really crazy, but I swear it's literally about a pack of batteries. So, when we were younger, my cousins and I would always watch each other at somebody's house with an adult present. But the adult, I swear, my whole childhood, I don't really remember interacting with the adults much. I remember, like, when they was at my house, my daddy was sleeping in his room and everybody was running around the house like maniacs. When he was at my cousin's house, my aunt was not even home. She left her teenage daughters who would be in their room. Everybody else running around like maniacs. Like, literally, like, we was playing in the street, running, dodging cars, trying to catch people's dogs. Like, we had some Haitian crazy stories, you know, like, you know. And, of course, we would always get caught. So one day, we had all the cousins over, and I was not the baby. Thank you for coming in, my cousin, you know. We'll call her Soleil. Thank you, Soleil, for being born, you know. She came in the year after me. So I was the second youngest at the time. And then, you know, Junie and the rest of them came. But I was the second youngest at the time, you know. And I had, like, I want to say 5 or 6 cousins, females and males. So the next youngest after me was, the next cousin after me was a boy. I'm going to name him Timmy. And then we had Timmy's brother. I'm going to name him Carlos. So we had Timmy and Carlos, and then we had, like, my sister Jennifer and, like, other cousins. So we were playing. Now, we were all playing, and we used to play a variety of games. Now, my father had, like, the N64 set up for us. We used to have, like, 007 and other things like that. So we used to be playing a lot of games, both inside and outside the house, because at the time, yes, he did have a system for us inside the house, and he had a system outside the house. So we could, like, play video games anywhere, get fresh air anywhere, play a quick round, go play some basketball, come back and play a quick round. Like, my childhood was the best because my father was very creative. So we would play, we would go in the pool and just hang out, have a good time. Now, this day in particular, from what I remember, I believe it was the day that we were roller skating. So I was never that great at roller skating, so we had, like, a little stretch from, like, the staircase that led to the balcony to, like, the gate that lined the perimeter of our backyard. And the older kids were skate back and forth. At the time, I was maybe like 7, 8, and everyone else was, like, in their preteens, 12, 13, 14 even. And if I'm 7, 8, you know, Soleil is 6, 7. So we are hanging out. My dad had been out, and he came home, and, like, while he was watching us, and I know that's probably crazy in today's times, he did not hesitate to go out to go get something, hesitate to go out. His friend called him, he's out. Like, that's just how it was. And it was just like, all right, whatever. And we didn't think anything about it at the time, because, like, we grew up in a very different time, and we knew not to open the door. Like, we were latchkey kids. We knew not to open the door. Sorry, my mom's not home, my dad's not home, I don't really know you, excuse me, bye. Like, you know, it was very simple. So he had come back, and he had went and got a bunch of things at Costco. So when he came back from Costco, he went to the backyard, and he called us in to tell us to put away everything. So we're putting away everything, and, you know, we're kids, so we don't really mind it. We're running up and down the stairs, stocking the fridges and whatever, seeing what he got, because we're super interested, and, like, yay, ice cream, yay, ices, popsicles, you know. We're just really excited about everything. So we're putting everything away. So as we're putting things away, it takes like maybe 20 minutes to put things away. He he reaches into this bag to put away the things that he was going to put in his like office. So he didn't have a real office at the time like he does now, but we had a bar, like it was like a circular bar set up in my house. And inside the bar, like yes, there were like liquor and wine or whatever, but the wine glasses and stuff were on the top, and then we had like a shelf of like liquor on the side, and then he had a desk inside there, and that's where he would sort of like unpack all his stuff, and that's where he would do his like landlord stuff, right? So we're perfectly fine with all of that. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting sick. So we're perfectly fine with all of that. So he's reaching in and unpacking his stuff, right? So need I remind you that this is the time where we had like, you know, Game Boys and like little Game Boy Advances and Game Boy Colors and like, you know, all these little handheld device Tamagotchis and stuff like that that will require batteries. I say that because I told you stories about batteries, right? So he's unpacking his little stuff, and then he reaches in and he picks up a pack of batteries, and like it was like one of those like long Duracell packs. It was like this big, right? Hey, that's my face. Ew. Hey, face. Can you see me? Can you see me? Whatever. Well, I'll put it right over my face. Okay, well, whatever. So, this is Mama Jackie Patty. Hey, girl. So, he had a pack of batteries. So, in the pack of batteries, you could see like somebody had opened the pack of batteries, and 2 batteries were missing. Now, he is like, who stole my batteries? Everybody line up. So he's over here asking us, you know, scenting one in hand, his belt in hand, talking about who stole the batteries, who stole the batteries, who was stealing from me in my house, like just whatever. And I'm looking at him like, it ain't me, it ain't never me, like I ain't never in trouble. And at that time, I was the snitch. And me in childhood and being the snitch, like I didn't know, so he automatically asked me because I was the snitch. Like, you know, I was the snitch. I would do everything. If I knew I was stealing it, hello. So he asked me, and I did not know. I did not see. I had been really, really focused because I was a kid, you know, on unpacking the ice cream to see what flavors I got. So I didn't concern myself with no damn batteries. Like, what? I'm a kid. I just asked him for batteries. Like, you know, he would give me batteries. I didn't need to steal batteries. So he's there interrogating me, and I'm like, I don't know, I promise I don't know. So he goes down the line, and he starts asking from basically youngest to oldest what happened. And I think he went in that order because he was convinced that like the youngest would tell on the oldest or whatever. But I don't know, it wasn't happening. My snitch self didn't know. Anybody else, everybody was like, I don't know. He said, okay, nobody knows. And I'm like, you know, when Haitians say, okay, nobody knows, what come next? Pause the video right now. Say what you think come next. Yeah, everybody gonna get beat. You dumb. No, sorry. So I'm like, but I didn't do it. I don't know. I started my crying. I used to cry at the drop of a hat. It'd be like, who was crying? Is Dessy. Like, I'm crying. So I was crying. He said, no, don't worry. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he goes and gets a cup of water. I swear, gosh, he gets a cup of water, and he says, you know, I'm gonna find out who stole my batteries. And I was like, okay. I feel like I need to get a cup of water for the story, but whatever. I ain't gonna get no cup of water. I don't feel like getting up. Ooh, I have my makeup cup right here, right? So just gonna take out these brushes and stuff. Look how many brushes I have, and every 5 seconds I'm like, oh my god, I need more brushes. And this is like 1 cup. I have 3, and then I also have a brush bag, so have issues, right? So he takes a cup, and it was like a glass cup. Remember, it's a glass see-through cup, so you could see through it. And he had filled it to water, with water not to the top. He left about a space like this big between the water and the cup. I'm telling you, you think it's weird, to get freakier. Then he comes back with what? What do you think? My mom ring, right? He comes back with my mom's ring. And we over here looking at him like, we don't know what's going on with this cup and this ring. He proceeds to take a string and he basically ties it around. Oh my god, the string is gonna be the different. He ties it around the ring like so. Hold on, no scissors. Okay, I'll just try. Alright. He ties it around the string like the ring like so, right? So then he has the cup, he has the thing, the ring, and he's over here with the ring over the cup, and we're looking at him like, what? You got a ring over a cup? Like, how is that helping you, sir? So a ring over the cup. He starts saying some words like, oh, tell me who stole the batteries, and he's telling us like the saints and whatever, whoever the hell is gonna tell him who stole the batteries. And now I'm looking like, well, the saints better not lie on me. So he starts spinning the ring. Yo, I really need he starts spinning the ring like that, right? The ring is spinning, and yo, I'm sorry. I don't even know how he held on to this thing. It's slippery. Alright, so the ring is spinning, right? And it's spinning like this. I need like something, man. Alright, Balencio. Okay. He's spinning like the ring. And as he's spinning this ring, he's saying every person's name, right? Yeah, he's saying everybody's name. So he starts, and he starts from oldest to youngest, which means I'm last, right? No, I wasn't, because I did go. So what he did, I think he started with, he didn't go in no damn order, because that don't make no sense, because I watched him do other people. So he's holding this ring, and he's like, he says everybody's name. He's like, you hear my neighbors? That's what I do. Like, SoundCloud rapper stuff. Alright, so he said everybody's name. I feel like he started with me. So he's like, oh. Then Dossie, I take the ring. And I'm like, and the ring is spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And then I'm like, what is spinning? Did it mean I took the ring? Did it mean I took the batteries? I know I didn't take the batteries. Why is the ring spinning? What's going on? Why is it spinning? Why is it spinning? And then he waits and he goes, you did not take it. I was like, hallelujah, spirits. You understand? I ain't take no dang ring. And you understand? I believe in you, spirits. Now I know you saw it, because I definitely didn't take it. He goes through all the names. He says Jennifer, ring still spinning, doesn't do anything. And I don't know at this point in this story, like, at the time, what the ring was supposed to do. Like, okay, it's spinning. So he goes to the names of all my cousins, and at this point, like, he has done a good 4 of us, and it's like nobody did it. He didn't do it. So then right before he hits the last person, he says, did Timmy do it? This ring went from spinning, like, I'm trying to get this ring to spin. I don't know how the man was doing it, man. It was like spinning, right? Like a top. Swing went from like spinning like a top, like whatever, spinning like a top or whatever, pretty much like that, to like hitting the sides of the cup, like ding, 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 ding. And it was like, the ring looked like it was freaking out. I was like, what in the world? It was like, type thing. Well, like, it wasn't like, you see, I'm controlling it. My dad's hand was a lot further up. So, like, it was like this, but like more frantic. I don't know how he was doing it, man. Whatever, because his hand wasn't moving. But the ring is hitting all the sides of the cup. And he's like, it was you. I'm over here shocked and appalled. Like, first of all, I don't know what spirits is going on in their house, and they snitching, but y'all can't ever call me a snitch again, because these spirits is snitching harder than I ever have. Like, No, they weren't snitching harder than I ever have. I snitched way worse. Like, I was a snitch. So, I was like, what? Oh my God. And the cousin, he automatically starts to me. He's like, it wasn't me. And I'm like, huh? It wasn't you. I swear. I was like, the spirits said it. You know, the spirits knew it wasn't me. So, I believe the spirits. I've never, like, he's never done it again. That was his only time that he has ever done it. I don't know if it was real, if it was fake, if my childlike eyes are just naive. But let me know if your parents ever hit you with something like that. Like, what? What you mean, the spirits? I swear, that was the first and last time they hit me with some spirit stuff like that. Like, I ain't doing that. But thanks for watching. It's your girl Jodessy. Comment below if you have any stories, like that crazy stories that could have only happened like literally growing up Haitian. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys will see me, your girl Jodessy, a little bit later. Bye guys.